If you want a helmet just like this, go with a green iron. The link is in the description down below and the comment section. They have all types of teams from the NFL, NCAA. You can get you a mini helmet, replica helmet. You can get a custom helmet if you want to as well. And also use my promo code at checkout, PITSIN, to get yourself an extra discount. So go over there and shop now. Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. And by the video title, you know what this video is about. We're discussing, of course, the Pittsburgh Steelers, discussing what they need to do, of course, to win this coming game in Week 13 versus the Bengals. Now, I can really say this game is kind of a must-win game for the Steelers. The Steelers lose, of course, they'd be good, like, and still in their playoff contention, but in terms of division, because the Ravens right now are sitting at 7-4. Now, they haven't played, of course, their game. They don't play today. They play tomorrow against the Chargers. We'll see what happens. And if the Chargers beat them, then that's cool. But I don't know. I picked the Ravens to win that game, so we'll see what happens fully. The Chargers could beat them though. The defense is good. You know, they got Herbert and all those guys are good, but they do tend to blow leads sometimes. But say for instance, the Ravens beat the Chargers. I think they beat the Chargers. They be sitting at 8-4. Steelers, you find yourself losing, you kind of put them back in a situation. If you handle business against the Browns, then of course you would have been like in better contention. But I think anyway, you still control your own destiny. All you gotta do is keep winning. So if you go out there and beat the Bengals and move yourself up to 9-3, or if the Ravens do win, they 8-4, you still have a little lead, a little threshold on them, and you have to come back around and play them eventually again. And they had to play some of the teams you had to play too as well, some of those tough teams. So we'll see what happens with that. But I think that it's kind of a must-win game for the Steelers. You want to go out there and make a statement. You don't want to leave any hope for the Ravens to get back to fight for that first place spot in the division. So you want to go out there and handle business. And I think the main thing, the main focus is getting back to what helped us win. Those first, I'm gonna actually say probably first 4 games, because first 3 games actually. You look at some of our numbers. That game against of course the Raiders. We ran the ball very well. Defense played dominant. Everybody got out there, got turnovers, and capitalized on the turnovers. That's what you did, especially in the red zone. Against the Jets, same thing. Against the Giants, same thing. Now, when we got to the Commanders, we beat the Commanders, yes, but we won by 1 point, but we had a lot of mistakes. And in the red zone, we did not capitalize a lot, but we still found a way to beat the Commanders, getting a nice turnover, and then, also going out there, making a big play. Russell Wilson throwing a deep ball to Mike Williams over the top, getting that good matchup. We beat them, but still was a game that could have went either way. Same thing for the Ravens. We defeated the Ravens, of course, shut down their offense, but our offense in the red zone couldn't get any points going. And like I said, playing like that sometimes will come back to hunt you. And against the Browns, same thing happened. And this time you didn't find a way to win on top, come out on top like that. So you found a way to lose it because you kicking field goals instead of scoring touchdowns. And that's kind of the main thing going on. Russell Wilson, like I mentioned last video, he's good at getting us down there to the end zone. But in the red zone, we have struggles with some of the play calling and some of the execution of some of the plays as well, and missed targets out there in the red zone. I don't know, because the field is more condensed, so it's kind of hard for him to see or something. But we have a lot of different mishaps happening in the red zone that's costing us points. Justin Fields, now, he couldn't get us down the field a lot there to the red zone a lot. He did all right. But in the red zone, he was more efficient in rush because he had his legs. So he scored a lot of touchdowns in the red zone. He scored I think he scored 7 touchdowns in the red zone. 7 of his 10 touchdowns came in the red zone, like him just going out there using his legs, using his arm as well too, occasionally as well, being a threat of both. And you see when we did score our touchdown, first touchdown that Browns game, Justin Fields was the quarterback that out there with Jalen Warren. And he did the fake like he's gonna keep it on the option and hand it off to Warren, and the team had to kind of account for that. And then, Warren went right through the middle like that. So it kind of opened up a different dynamic. So I think Justin Fields might be utilized a lot more in the red zone. They utilize him, of course, throughout the game, like something like little run downs. We want to do some certain little run packages and things out there, QB draws and read options and different things. Maybe on 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 and stuff. We'll probably do some stuff like that and use them out there. But I feel like we should have saved them mostly for the red zone. Same for the red zone. Be out there as a surprise. Put Justin Fields out there, and it'll open up so much more because teams be looking like, okay, is he gonna keep it? He can hit that edge very fast. Running 4-4, he can hit the edge fast. So is he gonna keep it, or is he gonna fake it and not keep it and hand it off to the running back, or they'll do something crazy? We keep it and he maybe throw a pass or something. He threw two passes past game against the Steelers, incomplete, but he threw them. The threat of that, just doing that, still made teams to look and like respect it. So I feel like the Steelers gotta find a way to be more efficient in the red zone. That's their main thing. You gotta score points. You got away with it, of course, against the Commanders and against the Ravens. But then this game right here against the Browns and the division opponent, you can get away with it this time. But you got to find a way to get it done, especially against a team like the Bengals. The Bengals now defense, you should be able to score on their defense. The defense, but it's a division game, so everything will be different though. But you should have an opportunity to score in their defense, and you should have an opportunity, of course, against their offense to get pressure in to Joe Burrow. But their offense is still very high powered. Those guys that got there. When Joe Burrow is slinging that ball down there, you got T. Higgins. I'm going to say not T. Higgins, and you got Jamar Chase, of course, as well. Those guys play very well, play very good. So they go out there and put some points up, actually score, put the ball in the end zone. So if the Steelers can do that, they find themselves winning this game and improving to 9-3. Another thing too, as well, is getting back to our fundamentals of just running the football. I know we ran the ball. We had 120 rushing yards last game against the Browns, but I feel like we could have had a lot more, especially throughout the game if we emphasized that more. Warren had 45, Najee had 41, Justin Fields had 26. I guess at least some of the yards got deducted because he got like hit behind the line of scrimmage a few times, but he hit that big 30-yard run that he had on the sideline. Russell Wilson had 10 rushing yards. Now we could have had more, I think, if we emphasized the run a lot more and actually ran the right scheme. We had Najee Harris doing some things that was uncommon. Again, we kind of regressing back to the other stuff at the beginning of the season. When Najee had those big games, 100-yard games, he was out there going crazy. He was on pace. He's still kind of on pace a little bit. He had a lot of games left, on pace for 1,300 yards. On 1,400 yards, like around that, I think 1,300 is probably his range mostly. He on pace for that still. He was running the ball downhill. He got downhill. He put his head down, got downhill, was running through, like the A gap, the B gap, running through those type of gaps right there, getting downhill like that instead of doing this fancy stuff around, in the backfield or doing inside zone runs and stuff that was not working as Arthur Smith tried to do this past game. So I think we need to get back to our roots, just running the football, getting downhill. Getting downhill, don't try to be too fancy and be too cute. Just play smart and get downhill and don't overthink things. Like in that 3rd and 4 that happened against the Browns, which kind of cost us the game a little bit. Don't overthink it. It's 3rd and 4. Justin Fields out there. You should have probably, if you want to throw the ball, put Russ out there. Russ was 21 for 28, had 270 passing yards, almost 300 yards, and a touchdown. No interception. He had a turnover, of course, that fumble that happened, but he was out there balling and dealing like that in the snow. 270 passing yards, 21 for 28, only 7 incompletions. Playing very good. So if you want to throw the ball, let Russell Wilson throw it. Watch Justin Fields, his first pass of the game, I think. Well, I guess he had 2, but one of them was called back as a penalty. But his first pass of the game, that counted. You throw a 40-yard bomb down the field. You should have let him just run the ball, maybe run, get as close as possible. They maybe think about going for it on 4th down, or maybe he would have got it if you dialed up a good play. So just stop overthinking things. Just play, try not to be too crafty. Like, well, I think I'm gonna run it on 4th and 1. Let me switch it and pass on 4th and 1 to try to trick them thinking I'm gonna run it on 4th and 1. I'm like, no, just run the ball on 4th and 1. People can know what's coming. When Cam Newton played, one of my favorite players to watch as well, people knew that the QB dive through the middle was coming. But can they stop it? They cannot. Another favorite player of mine, Antonio Gates, when he was playing, people knew the fade ball was coming in the end zone, but could they stop it? No. 117 touchdowns for a reason. Like that. So sometimes you know it's coming, but can you stop it? They know Stephen Curry gonna shoot the 3 ball, but can you stop it? You know LeBron will have the ball in the last seconds. Can you stop it? You know Tom Brady is gonna do this and the great players and stuff, but can you stop it? We know you know what happened, but can you stop it? That's the main thing. So don't be trying to overthink it and be too crafty. Just play your game. Trust in your playmakers, your players. Because you look at the team stats, we had 368 total yards, 120 rushing yards, of course. But first down, we had 17 first downs. We was 7 for 16 on 3rd down, which is not the best, but it's better than the Browns, who was 1 for 10 on 3rd down. And they finally got a 3rd down conversion on us on 3rd and 7, which the defense should have stopped that. And then on 4th down, the Browns was 4 for 4 on 4th down, and then still was 1 for 3 on 4th down. Then you look at the sacks, got sacked 4 times. It also had 6 penalties for 39 yards. They had 8 penalties. We had fumble loss, of course. And then we had 35 minutes of possession, but still lost the game. And you look at it because you see some of the standpoints, especially at the end of the game, and people got mad at Coach Tomlin saying, Coach Tomlin should have accepted the penalty. The Browns was already 4 for 4 on that on the game on 4th downs. They was getting 4 downs on us, so you want to give them a shorter field. So Coach Tomlin was thinking okay, on 3rd down, they was 0 for 9. So I'm going to put my highest paid defense, my all-star players, but we got all pros at all different levels out there to get a stop on 3rd and 7. And they just didn't come up with a stop like that, because you're looking at TJ Watt was kind of non-existent in this game. He had a few tackle for losses, but non-existent in this game fully and getting pressure and getting to the quarterback. We had opportunity when we got to the quarterback, we couldn't bring him down, or couldn't he break a tackle and rush in on 4th and 2 to get a touchdown, or on 3rd down he'll rush in and get completion. Like that, I'm like, okay, what's happening? Like that. So the Browns was doing a lot of things. They was on 4th down actually got the completion. Yeah, they were doing a lot of things like that. Just James Winston was getting hammered and getting pressured there, but we just couldn't bring him now like that. You'd think your playmakers, TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, and those other guys, of course, Minkah Fitzpatrick, they'd step up and make those big time plays, but they didn't show up in that game. So I want to put the blame fully on the coach. Of course, you can maybe say Coach Tomlin maybe burnt a timeout. We should have kept the other timeout after commercial break came back and we call a timeout to get our defense set. But he was thinking like, oh, my defense is going to stop right here. We've been stopping them all day on third down. We get a stop. But you can kind of say, well, coach kind of just took probably to the precautionary reason, keep a timeout. I give you that one. But in the terms of him being the one that cost us the game, I'm like, no. I'm not going to give you that one. Because I'm like, you expect their defense, who's been stopping them all day on third down, to get that stop right there. And the Browns been very efficient on fourth down, running up the middle with Nick Chubb just getting us and thrashing us right there. So he was hoping that I'm gonna step them back a few yards, get a stop on 3rd and 7, let them make them force a field goal, and we get the ball back with a minute with 2 timeouts left or a timeout left, and go out there and make things happen. But the Steelers didn't get a stop; it didn't happen. So that's basically the main thing. So Steelers, all you gotta do really is just play their game and capitalize on moments. Capitalize on opportunities. When you get turnovers, you gotta score touchdowns. That make the team feel, make the points impactful. Get a turnover, you score a touchdown, you make it impactful. You don't want to keep the team lingering around or playing with you around and stuff and still be around in the game. You want to make sure you put them away. So against the Bengals, we handle business. I'm going to do a game preview on that, of course, later in the week, of course, when the week comes up. But I just want to discuss, of course, what the Steelers need to do to bounce back. You're seeing a lot of fans overreacting and saying different things like, the Steelers, they're done. We're not going to make it. We're not going to be there anymore. We're going to lose the rest of our games. Some people saying we're going to be 8-9, predict. I'm like, come on, guys. I'm like, you lost one game. You're still 8-3. If you go 8-9, then you just, that'd be horrible. But you're still well above 500 like that. You're top of your division. You're 3rd in the AFC. Just go out there and handle business. You handle business. You still control your own destiny. Handle business. Handle business, win, and you'll be good. So that's all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. It'll probably be tomorrow after the Ravens game. Well, actually, maybe something tomorrow in the morning time, maybe at night as well, because I'm going to do the AFC North race on Monday. So, yeah, peace out.